I always thought from the first time I met him, he had great character, and once he started developing more and more throughout the season, it became evident that he was going to be a player that could play at the next level. And then as he began to grow as a man and start to do better academically and socially, not that he was terrible by any means, but once he really started to grow and realize his potential, I think it became evident to me then. So I can't really put it on a date, but somewhere when he started to mature more, and I think he's going to be a great addition for Irish.
He's a guy that they're recruiting in a couple of positions at least. He got recruited by other schools at a lot of different positions. Where do you think he would be best in college world having to play them?
Right now, I personally feel his best position is going to be outside backer, rush backer type position, especially in the 3-4 that they're playing at the University of Notre Dame. I think he'll really fit in well. But it all depends also on how much he progresses this offseason. I know he's been working his butt off, and how he progresses during the season as a running back. He possibly could be joining the Sierra Woods and the rest of those guys to help the Irish on offense as well.
What are some of the areas of his game that are strong points right now? What are areas that he needs to keep working?
I think the strong points with David is he's explosive and he's aggressive. He's not afraid of contact. He doesn't shy away from it. And he has, I believe he has a great pass rusher instinct. He knows he's very good at bending his hips right now, and we're going to get him better. I think some of the areas he needs to improve on, and as he would tell you, conditioning. With us, he goes both ways, and he was gassed a lot last year. We didn't have him in the best of shape, and that's on me. And this year, he's paying for it, I guess. And we're working his butt off to make sure he's in shape. That way, he can be a nonstop motor.
Were you with him when he got the offer then last week?
Yes, I was.
Okay, so that was up in Coach Kelly's office.
Yes, it was.
Right away. I mean, did you know?
I felt it, and I remember when we came to Junior Day, and I saw it in his eyes, because at first he was like, I really want to get away. I like Notre Dame, but I'm not really looking at him. And then as he was around the university and saw these other great student athletes committing, and he's like, I could see in his eyes, he wanted to be a part of it. So, I never wanted to push it on him, and because it has to be a decision he wanted to make, because it's his life. Obviously I never shied away if he asked, what do you think about Notre Dame? Oh, yeah, they're great. You need to be there. So it was one of those deals where I think starting around Junior Day when he went over there, and around the spring game,
the spring game, Junior Day, not the February one.
The spring game, and I felt like at that point, even though it was raining, which you got to get used to up here, he knew that maybe in his heart, he was hoping that he would take care of business enough that Notre Dame would offer him a scholarship, and that's what he's committed to doing. And he kind of kept it, under wraps, I feel. But I know as soon as we was in that office, and Coach Kelly was like, "Hey, well, we'd like you to be here." And he had that little smile come across his face. I'm like, yeah, we got you. So
I think
yeah.
Jake was out at the Nike camp, and there's a lot of people saying how he got a lot of attention, performed pretty well out there. What did you hear from people, and did David come back and say anything?
Well, yeah, obviously. David called me from the day. Oh, Coach, I was killing them. They couldn't even touch me, and I should have been that's David. He's going to let you know how well he does.
Okay.
He's not the first to let you know if he doesn't do well, so I knew that when he was calling, he must have did something good. So he was happy about that, and I was happy for him. It was just another opportunity for him to show his talents against some of the guys, and I was giving him some pointers on the next time what you can do to really grab some attention. So we had fun. We have fun with it. And, he's a great kid.
Just a little bit more, Coach, about David in the hallways, how he's viewed by his teammates, and
David is, he's kind of got a little prima donna to him, and that's right. I think we all did when we were going through the process. Anytime you're a young man getting that attention, it feels good. But he handles it well, and he's not the type that's going to, throw it in people's faces. He has fun, and he works hard. Sometimes we have to remind him, hey, guess what? You better work harder. And he's getting used to that. But he all in all, David's a great kid, and he's respected by his teammates. As you saw, a lot of them, they were all coming, hey, can we get a pass to, support David? And, the kids love him. He's a good guy.
And it's clear that he has a good relationship with you, and he's also very sociable and easy to talk. Did you see him being almost one of the local recruiters here, like a role that Braxton Cave and other local players have taken on? Do you see him trying to kind of lead this recruiting class a little bit when they come into town and host him a little bit?
I can see that. I can definitely see David trying to be the light in the show, and that's the way he is. He wants to get around. It's like when we're going around and we're sitting there, and I'm like, hey, where'd David go? He's over there talking. I was like, I am here with you, David, right? Can I come with you? So I kind of felt like the old outcast. Hey, this is a former player, but it was fine, and that's his personality. He loves to be around football. He's a football junkie, and when he's around the great individuals and great men that the University of Notre Dame has the potential of gathering, I think he's just going to prosper. And his limit will be left up to him and how he decides he wants to take on his career. Obviously representing me, if he's not doing what he needs to be doing as far as working his butt off, he's going to have me to deal with, and I can still whoop him. So.
Sure. Last thing for me, Coach, obviously you've been around a lot of players in the program.
Yeah.
See any similarities there with David from someone you may have played with or somebody over the years?
You know who he reminds me of? He kind of reminds me of Corey Minor, with the body frame and the speed off the edge. Don't take it wrong, Corey, maybe a little more aggressive as far as just winning that contact. Not that Corey wasn't, but he reminds me of a Corey Minor type. But I actually feel he has the pass rush instincts of a Burt Berry. I remember playing with Burt and just watching him and his instincts with coming around that edge, and that's where I feel the Corey Minor, Burt Berry is kind of like a Wuzzle type combination of both. If you guys remember the Wuzzles.
So. Two South Bend City School kids in 3 years going to Notre Dame.
That's just. I think that shows where Kirby Whitaker had and the principals have South Bend back on track. We got another great coach over there with at Clay with Joe Shico, and he's doing his thing, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to Coach Shico and I. We're trying to get South Bend back on the map, and I took it as a great honor the other day. I got a piece of recruiting mail, and it had a list of all the recruiters for the different areas, and South Bend was now listed in their area. So I thought that was a great compliment, because South Bend's always had great players. You just got to get them to believe in themselves, just like anywhere. And now we're starting to get seen again, and I know hopefully we'll get Adams and Riley going. But, I think it's headed in the right direction, and Kirby and the athletic directors and the principals are doing what they can to make sure that South Bend athletics are going back to where they used to be.
Is he no Dame?